middle of some steamed Bennett.
We're married.
Consider that a divorce.
Cold beer, don't you ever worry. I'm right here, never live without you. Okay, right now too. Cold beer, don't you ever worry. I'm right here, never live without you.
What are we looking at today? Looking at, picked up on a recommendation. Of course, all three of the things that I purchased were on recommendation from one of the distributors over at Keyport. And I almost wonder when I said, should I get this one or this one? I'm betting the one that I got was something that he distributed and not the other one. He highly recommended the Three Sheeps Cream Ale. Now, when it comes to Three Sheeps, I've liked maybe 1 out of every 10 things I've ever had from them. And the last cream ale that I had was actually from Ursa Minor. And in comparison, see, like I tried to tell him, I said, unless this really turns out to be over the top good and cheaper, why would you want to go with anything in our area but Castle Danger? He didn't disagree with me. Okay, today has been got up, started doing nothing, and went and had breakfast with David, me and Christine, because she has today and tomorrow off, and then came back here, and this is the first time you know when you're not even motivated to get off of the couch to take a piss, that is unmotivated. Okay, so it looks less amber colored than the Castle Danger. It smells more like a Pilsner than the Castle Danger Cream Ale. Cheers. Has more of a edginess to it. It's not nearly as creamy. It kind of finishes off with a little bit more of a creamy caramel like finish, but not even close. As a matter of fact, the Ursa Minor might have been better than this. Not looking good. There was 4 different varieties in this pack, and 3 of each. So there's 2 more of these. Then, I tell you, one of them had a really lofty, the bar has been set. Not only did he say that he's pretty sure that it's the best beer in the entire store, but his personal favorite, best of all the beers at Keyport, this other one was the best. we will see. I almost decided to grab that, but okay. First in is the Spooky Bloody Mary. This was over at the other channel, the backup channel, the backup to the backup to the backup. Well, just the backup to the backup of the. Mike says, "Cheers, bro." Cheers, Mike. Cobra says, "Second." Beans second. Then Cobra says, "Sorry to hear about your vehicle troubles." Smile Money says, "He is in code red condition. That AI is out to get Eric." Smile Money, or he says back to Smile Money, "The simulation can be a cruel world." I mean, we're all in a simulation. It's how you deal with it that sets us apart. As for the vehicles, I just right or wrong, and at this point in time, everything is wrong in my life. Somebody will be happy to point out that anything I do is not right, incorrect, could have been done cheaper, faster, better. I can't afford to buy two new tires right now. I couldn't afford to buy one. I couldn't afford anything right now. So I decided that being that a reputable tire shop would not do it, I called my shady old mechanic Tony and said that if I bring you my tire, would you put it, either patch the inside or put a tube in it? And he said that if you put a tube in it, you don't have to worry about patching it. So right off the bat, he was already going against the best case scenario from my buddy Rob, who is in the process of loading his entire life into a semi-trailer, and will be leaving the state of Minnesota. Known Rob since high school. That's a sad thing. So Tony goes, yeah, he goes, sometimes I have a hard time getting a hold of those tubes quickly. If you're able to find one, Kimmis Oil probably has one. That's out by J-Dog's house. But I literally have less than a half of a mile from here. I have a place called Bear Tire, and I called them, and they said, 265/70/17. Yeah, we have a tube for that. I get down there, and he goes, well, we sort of have a tube for that. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he goes, well, it's actually a 16 for a 16-inch rim. He goes, right now, if I was doing this for one of my customers, he goes, other than struggling with getting it over the rim, it'll be totally fine. Not a problem. And I go, are you sure? Because if I get this over to my guy and he's like, this is too small, and he goes, no, everything will work out except for it'll be a little tight squeezing it over the rim. Okay. So I get over there, and Tony is delivering a vehicle back to its owner after repairs, and his son, who is actually his primary mechanic, looks at it and says, the nail is in the lug. Even though it's on the side, it's still in the lug of the tread. He goes, we repair those. He goes, now if it was down a little bit more, that's a different story. And I'm like, okay. So he took 2 plugs to get it to stop leaking, which after 6 months now, it still had 30-something PSI in it. So put that on the truck. The exact tire is all the rest of them. Done deal. Don't care. I'm not gonna take the truck to Jolson's unless it was absolutely my only option. It right now, since the last time I filled it up, the gauge is showing that it's at 10.5 miles per gallon, and it would take me at least $140 to fill it up right now, and I don't have $140 at all, period. Sam took a guess that the problem was the alternator. Either way, she goes, even if there's more problems with the Subi, there's definitely something wrong with the charging system. Normally for me, when an alternator goes out, you go dead because there's no charging. Instead, knowing me, and this will come as a surprise to you with my Irish luck, the alternator evidently switched from 14.1 or 14.4 volts to 16.9, and then destroyed the battery that I purchased on January 16th that I paid $327 for. Boiled all the shit right out of it. And I did what every caring American would do, is I rushed back out and I spent another $327 that I don't have on another battery. Just kidding. I brought it up there and said that I'm having problems with this, and they said, well, we can warranty it out as long as our computer shows that it was bad. Okay, I guess I have no choice but right now for the luck of the draw. If they say there's nothing wrong with this, then I guess there's, even though it appears that it cooked out all of its fluid, which I don't know how you get fluid back into a sealed battery. It boiled out through a couple little holes at the top that had some like, I know it's not sponge, but spongy looking material. But I didn't have to worry about that because the guy walked over with his little computer thingy and clamped it on and looked at his meter and went, well, this battery is toast. So, long story short on that, Sam put a new alternator into it, ran some tests, then she put the brand new battery, 740 cold cranking amp battery into it, and hooked the expensive Subi computer up to it and took it for a long trip. She was gone quite a while. Actually, she didn't tell me she was going to be taking a long trip, and after a while I was starting to worry, but I'm like, well, I'm sure she has her phone with her, so a worst case scenario is she would have called to say, could you come get me? But she went on a long trip around town, up some hills, out onto the freeway, that kind of thing. Had the computer in data logging and showed nothing. It pulled no codes. So she goes, I'm giving it the seal of approval. I did not get a chance to drive it today. Before I was gonna get out on the freeway and head back down to Jolson's. I want to take a few trips just for the safety of it around town. So evidently, Subaru electrical systems really don't like excessive voltage either, because that was doing all sorts of weird things, like locking me out of being able to take it out of the gear that it was in, locking me from not being able to put it in park, locking me in park so I couldn't put it and drive and go anywhere with it. Yeah, it was fighting me the whole time. But she new battery, new alternator, cleared all the codes, and it didn't pop a single code in the time she was out yesterday. So hopefully tomorrow I will be able to get out and drive it a little bit. And if not, I will obviously be out Wednesday. I have an appointment on Friday, so no matter what, I'll probably be out with it on Friday. And if everything looks all good, I will be heading back down to Jolson's next Monday. Excellente. Salty, in nakedness we trust. Multi-Gunman says, indeed, yes. And Miss 27 says, in naked 12-gauge basement pops. Bad? Greens Captain? Never had the spooky green olive. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if I can say I'm disappointed that it just didn't kick your ass on the flavor of green olive, or if I should be happy about that. Maybe again, why would you buy it in the first place? It always cracks me up when you see someone review a beer and they're like, oh, I'm going to review chocolate cherry stout. Okay, well, the first thing I'm not really liking is the cherry flavor. Hey, hey, hey. Chocolate cherry stout. There was kind of a little clue right in the title there, buddy. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like this, but there's nothing to be impressed by. If you like a cream ale, the standard in this area, actually to this point in time in my entire career of reviewing beers, the standard is Castle Danger Cream Ale. Period. This is just edgier. It's yeah, like I said, it's not terrible, but when you've had the best, especially when someone says, "Oh, you got to try that." Like I said, I can definitely tell you that I am not a fan of Ursa Minor Brewing, and that is a distant second to Castle Danger. This, I am not even sure if it. I am not even sure if it didn't say cream ale on the can, I would have ever used that as a. I don't know if I would have guessed that. It's coming off more for me as a lager. It's probably more of a base to do a little Bloody Mary mix in it. Rich Huff says, "Cheers all." Cheers, Rich. Whole lot of sub comments. Smile Money says, "As an independent contractor, getting the job done should be the priority. Yeah, you need to develop a can-do attitude. Christine can drive the truck or even the motorcycle." Laugh out loud. One word for Christine, Uber, or public transportation. I need some counseling. Bad says, "Can you imagine what Christine would do to Eric if he suggested she take the bus so he can drive the Honda?" Some of you guys get the scenario that I am under. Smart Money says, "Marriage is a team sport. Eric needs to get off the bench." Cobra says, "Depends on if Ebomi Contracting Services charges by the hour or by the job." Smart Money then says to him, "It's more like if he don't work, he don't eat." Yeah, this is. Well, no, I got it. Smart Money, I have a sugar mama right now. In the fine state of fucktardia, Governor Dicksuck signed into law a bill that outlaws binary triggers, saying that because one bad person did something with a binary trigger, and I'm not even supposedly, and I never even heard this until the supposed the Governor Cumspot from the fine state of fucktardia. Evidently, the killing of a police officer here in fucktardia, supposedly it happened with a binary trigger. Of course, they also said in the news article that it was also an AK-47, which I don't brag about knowing everything about everything when it comes to gun stuff. Do they? Who makes a binary trigger for a AK? I mean, I guess if you can imagine it, someone has. I mean, I know they have binary triggers for the Ruger 1022 platform, but yeah, another example of an unconstitutional law put forth by a dictator, a libtard, Governor Cumspot. Supposedly the rumor is that he's planning on not running. Oh, please God. But I'm sure just another piece of shit libtard will step into that role to take your God-given Second Amendment. Smells like teen spirit. Yeah, so, I mean, I obviously care deeply about unconstitutional libtard stuff. So yeah, it's I have something. I have something behind my ear. So I really hope that all of the stuff everywhere is challenged. I mean, the ATF has basically had another pile of go fuck yourself handed to them. And besides that, free Americans don't wait around for an unconstitutional, tyrannical government to do anything. I mean, like this right here. This is chambered in go fuck yourself. Was that all the sub-comments? Oh, Cobra said to Smile Money, are you an independent contractor too? And Smile Money says, oh no, I break more things than I fix. I am now retired after 44 years as a manager/technician. I now work 2 days a week at the same place. They found out that it takes 2 people to replace me, so I am on for another year to keep things moving forward and training my replacement. I work with contractors and hired them as well. Never kept one around. They didn't meet deadlines. Bad says Ghost. Reaper salsa looks good, but probably hotter than I like. Yeah, it had a little bit of a sting to it, but it was like this weird scenario. It's like bad. Well, of course, I was also eating a chip that was the Pocky Ghost chips. Those are pretty hot. They're not the Ghost Chip Challenge level of heat, but they do pretty good on their own, and they list those as freaking hot, and then they list the lime Pocky Ghost Lime as super hot. So I was dunking a super hot chip into a very hot salsa, but for a I don't know if I could get on the bandwagon and say mass produced, because I had never heard of that before going down to the co-op. But what was weird about it is if you maybe just skip the hot chip and just go with regular corn chips, and you take a bite. Now you just swallowed She said Cobra. And before you can get from 5, 4, 3, you have another bite. It's almost like it refreshes the garden. It's like this effervescent hit, like 5 seconds after you've... Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Oh, wait a second, it's kind of creep. It had creep. But if you just kept eating it, somehow you kept zeroing the timer back out again. So if you had another big scoop of salsa before that timer got to 0 again, it wasn't all that bad. But once you were all said and done, I'd have to reach for the tissue, and it opened up the sinuses. That's why I said that just kind of that kick of the Reaper was in there. That fresh, the most I've ever experienced that was with this salsa and Rich Huff's real, made like, we just made this. Well, he just made this. Me and Christine watched. Looks like a hell of a bumper. Oh, we got a little camo toe going too. Be happy. Bad says 22.55. We can call that a bad pour. Let me guess. This is where it. He's referring to the... That's a bad pour right there. A bad pour, a bad approved pour, whatever you want to call it. Smart Money says $250, you can rent a car for a week. Smart Money says suppressors are cool. All the best shooting channels have them. What you don't have, 27 10 millimeters. Suppressors are like the Mosin and the AK. You are always late to the party. To me, it just, if you're gonna go, I don't know. I guess the only reason that I can see suppressed, other than going out to my property and shooting, is who gives a shit? We're already out there shooting, and we're not breaking any laws by shooting. Okay, maybe the fact that thanks to the libtards, the unconstitutional, tyrannical libtards throughout the United States, maybe you want to say, enjoy the things that you have, but you want to maybe make them less noticeable to thy neighbor. I'm guessing that if you took 300, say you took a suppressed 300 blackout out to the woods with a proper happy switch, and you ran I don't even know if it even matter if it was suppressed or not. From the noise level that we were making at Jolson's with the unsuppressed, or maybe rephrase, with the supersonic 9mm rounds suppressed, it was probably still to the point where somebody at the next farm over would have never even heard it, versus take your can off. To me, the only reason that I can even think of why you'd have it is probably mostly for the reasons that they don't want you to have it. At least me. I mean, other than a range toy, every other reason that I can think of. But if I have to, I have options. I can sound like William Shatner making a dramatic comment. If I want to go out right now and fire a 5.56 round, I can make it so that you would never be able to figure out where I was. And I didn't have to spend $1,200 to make that happen. So, if that moment were to happen where I just wanted to be like, trust me, I got this without giving a flying rip about anything. And like a common criminal, if you're already doing something wrong, who gives a shit if you add stuff onto it? I might as well call in a bomb threat to an elementary school while I'm doing Second Amendment shit at the same time. See how many of those felonies you can stack up at the same time. Give me a fucking break. No, I guess, Smile Money, let's just say that right now there was no such thing as having to beg that government. All I had to do is whip out the money. Right now, would I want the FN 510 tactical in Flat Dark Earth, or would I like a fucking can? I would rather have the pistol. I know, yeah, guess what? Life is about choices. And I would rather have another 10 millimeter of my choice as opposed to have a suppressor. I can't whip together a suppressor in less than 5 seconds. Wait a second. Scratch that. I can put together a suppressor in less than 5 seconds. I can't build an FN 510 tactical in Flat Dark Earth in less than 5 seconds. So, one of them doesn't bother me at all. I mean, the scary thing is you know what the suppressor and anything lately, I won't bring up any particular items, at least 3 of them off the top of my immediate head, is it's pretty sad when free people are worried about what their piece of shit tyrannical government can do to them. It's like every scenario, and again, algorithms and pieces of shit and embarrassing non-Americans, unpatriots. So I'll just speak really vague when I say it's pretty lame when you think that right now at least 4 things that you could be in possession of, all of a sudden you have to fear for your freedom, for being financially penalized, for being legally penalized, and they were all things that before a fucking over-tyrannical, un-American, libtard government, Democrat, liberal government, all started on their march of doing exactly what I have been saying for years. Just keep plugging away. Go one thing after another. I mean, after all, you people that stood up for some of these tyrannical, un-American, unpatriot, unconstitutional laws, yeah, you just go ahead and just keep getting on your little soapbox and saying, you don't need that. Why on earth do you have to have that? That's silly. That was never anything. Well, guess what? Eventually, they will come for that thing that you care about, for that thing that even you go, well, that's an overreach. But by then, they have so many brain-numb people that were willing to just give up their rights and their freedoms that all of a sudden you got less people in your camp. Because just like when you can say, who needs that? It's just a range toy. Pretty soon, you don't need this. All you need is this. And then you wake up and you're in California, and the only thing that you can legally own is a single shot that, let's see, it's not even far-fetched anymore when it comes to government entities and tyrannical pieces of shit, like for instance Newsom out in California, to say, well, you know what? First they took away the 100-round snails. Then they took away the 60-round drum and sticks. Then they took away. I mean, nobody really needs a 30-round. After all, are you so terrible that you can't hunt deer with? You have to have 30 rounds to hunt deer? Fuck you, you piece of shit. No, you should be able to get it done with 1 round. But senators in Congress, tyrannical senators and congressmen travel in groups, so you need more rounds for them when they break their constitutional oath. So how long before? I mean, probably already exists. I mean, I've already seen some of the configurations that Big Jeff Gun Wild 1 has put up. You'll have to have you'll end up having like a 2-round undetachable magazine that has to be loaded through the upper being removed from the lower. I mean, people in free states are already laughing, but versions of that do exist in California and in New York, where if you want to have a evil black magazine, the only way that you can load it is by taking your rifle apart and loading through the lower, because the upper isn't part of the scenario anymore. Again, I'll make this real simple. You know when California has come, when fucktardia, aka Minnesota, has really gotten that bad, that we just simply won't discuss, and you won't see anything anymore. Will that ever mean that I complied? No, it'll never mean that I complied. I will never comply with an unconstitutional law. Our founding fathers were quite clear. If you want to have a fucking belt-fed, fully automatic anything, it's quite clear. You can try to stand here and try to come up with whatever this or that. The only reason that you can even have anything in your line of defense is because an unconstitutional law made it happen at some point in our history, and it should have never happened at some point in our history. As soon as they broke their oath to the Constitution of the United States and what our founding fathers fought and died for, they should have received at least one of these as a token of our appreciation. Oh, happy days. J-Dog, here at home. Smile money. I don't have a suppressor or an AK or a Mosin, not even a 10 millimeter. Yet my life is complete. Not even a Hellion either. Laugh out loud. Of course, I am just having fun with my comments.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Smile money. You can walk to the liquor store. You can't even take your motorcycle on a beer run. That thing is useless. I've been to the liquor store plenty of times with the motorcycle. That's what backpacks are made out of. That's what thanks to the help of actually, you know, the last time I was there, I don't know if I had my backpack. I think I had them double bag it, and I kind of just had it sitting on my lap because it was like one of those last minute deals. As long as I'm out, I might as well take care of this. But But I know I've been to the liquor store with the backpack. Been to the grocery store with the backpack. Kind of wish I had was looking at some soft luggage that would work out nicely. I don't want anything that's permanent. I don't, like the way my bike looks unraped by luggage. But the set that I used to have with my FZR, those would work out nicely. You can make it sort of unobtrusive by mounting the bags. The bags were about 75% secured through Velcro, and probably the main reason that it wasn't 100% is because of speeds in excess of 150. Shit blows off. But it was just an assembly that basically strapped around the rear part of the frame, and then the bags just hung over it, and where the hand where you could carry both of them, where it was all just lined with the male or the opposite end of the Velcro. And then if you were worried about speed or longer trips, not having to keep checking to make sure that your luggage was still there, it had extra secure points, but it was all soft. There was no like steel subframe or anything rigid or anything like that. I mean, if I drove around on one of those big ugly baggers or something, then obviously that would make sense, but bad. After you do the spooky horseradish, you should do a does it mix and combine the spooky green olive and the spooky horseradish. Yeah, I would say, even if I dive into that RFN, there'll probably still be enough left. What just took place there? I scanned up. Wow, that was bizarre. I scanned up, and there was Din's comment, and then it showed the last one being Multi-Gunman. Then all of a sudden it clean shaven. Then it added obviously a whole bunch more. Din says take a shot, not like you gotta drive to work. Multi-Gunman says I'm here, now what? Miss 27 says drink beer. Duh. Johnny, not Johnny Watson. Johnny says cheers, Captain. Cheers, Johnny. Actually, you know what? Between Din and Johnny, I know it's Johnny. I know it's not the really good stuff from you, because actually we've gone through a bottle of that. Someone sent it to me. It was like the stuff that you sent me, but the last bottle that you sent me met its untimely demise right there when the air mattress started pushing the M16 rack over. That couldn't happen ever again, just because of how much shit is on there over there right now. But Johnny, Din, yes, Mama. Oops. Well, could have used that one that I got from Johnny, but we'll go one themed right. The Arizona Dry Heat. Bottled in Mexico. phone go off earlier? Yes. Unfortunately, I did not drive it today, period. We left the house one time to go have breakfast and we picked up David, and I felt that it was a lot easier for him to get in and out of the Honda. I will be taking it for a ride tomorrow. Sam checking on her baby. I was looking for something. What's this one? We got worm salt. I'm not even sure what the... So if I do a line of this salt, will I hallucinate? Yeah. I always love it when, right, anything, the only fucking thing pertinent on this thing, this bottle, is right here, and then someone sticks a... Yeah, good job. Oh, I almost died. Oh, yes. I almost died right there. I'm only doing this just in case someone comes up with another good idea. Notice that the cap is missing on this one, which means it's now turned into a dehumidifier. There's a new way to run and gun. Matt Davis. Nobody said life was gonna be easy. Matt, they did not. And for a moment, did I ever expect it was going to be? Or figured I'd be dealt some good cards. I've, like the rest of you, I have had some things. Mainly, I would say that I would definitely give thanks, and you have no idea how much I appreciate some of the things that have come my way, thanks to this stupid thing called YouTube. The thing I am most oh good, you can't see the stupid cat. Is the friends that I've made. No matter how tough things get. And what I like about most of my friends is they don't participate in the pity party. They'd be more like Smile Money, and they'd, you know, if you're gonna get down, I'm gonna kick you till you get back up. Okay, Cheapo Gun Guy. How terrible sad is it that people are made in such a way that they get used to something as evil as Slow Joe Bite Me?
But Joe Biden! But Joe Biden! But Joe Biden!
Cheapo Gun Guy, I don't get it. And I'll never even stand here and pretend to understand some of the shit that's gone down. There is so many things, like I've said, there is so many things that I talked about over 10 years ago, and people are like, we will never see that in our generation. Yet, here we are. I mean, and so many people just walk around with their blinders on, naively thinking that, no, that could just never happen. And not here in the United States. Here in the United States, you as a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, you never have to worry about your government coming for your Second Amendment rights and then taxing your ass into non-existent. I mean, seriously, can you imagine the montage that we could create talking about every tax along the way that exists right now? McLean, I like to mud in peace. I also like my peace and mud. Good night, ladies and gents. Then he says, Sharky attack Don. Let's get him, girls. Then McLean says, Jens Anso, look him up. He designed the fox knife. Also, giant mouse knives. He's from Italy. Yeah, he is. He's from Italy. I can't remember if that's still in this box or if I put it away with my knives. Nope, I already put it away with my knives. Yeah, I don't know. There's some things. I mean, obviously, me and Christine, we never get rid of any seeds. If we have to run from the house, I have a cache of seeds, and I'll definitely. And this hook thing that I know I've knocked in the past, I really could be using this on the coat hook at my back door, expanding the amount of things that I could be hanging back there. I never ever get rid of fire starter. And Wade, I'm really thinking about this maybe should, I don't know. I'm always so worried about these set in stone. Oh, that's what that is. This middle area with the angles already on it, it's for sharpening scissors. And that table, I don't camp. Would I camp by myself? Heck yeah. I could. Wonder if David camps. David, do you camp? Would it be fun? Just me and you in a pup tent? You know, God damn it, that could be fun. We could listen to Lawrence Welk and touch tips. I want to try that table out, but I want to try that table out like in a controlled environment like my backyard. But yeah, I still got the shit that I have to put away. I don't even remember the crate club. Multi-tool, I'm not sure about that. The socks I should really try. The little portable seat though, shit, I should put that in the Subaru. Just leave this shit out. I gotta put this stuff away. I was still working on the shelves. A whole bunch of you have actually throwing out there that maybe go through some stuff and try to put together a package and then see about selling it. The question is would any of you be interested in a box of various items, or maybe even, you know, if someone said, hey, I'm interested in some stuff, I could, I've done this before for a couple of you, lay things out on the table, take a picture, and you're like, I want that, 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 and that. Not sure how I feel about this multi-tool though. I always kind of fall for the gimmicky shit like this. What exactly would you do? Now I'm asking for a friend. What exactly would you do with this pulley thing? I've never had a scenario where I've needed a pulley thing. Now, when I carry stuff like this on me, number one is usually, I can't even say number one is the knife. Lately my most carried multi-tool is the Signal that Sharky gave me, and by the way, the Signal was actually in 2023, or maybe it might have been 2024. It was rated as the number one most highest regarded as a like a survival / camp EDC tool, probably because you have pliers, a bottle opener, a hammer, fire starter on it. But see, I can't even say on the Signal the number one thing I use is the knife, because I always have a knife in my front right pocket and a knife in my back right pocket. But so I can't even say that the knife on this would be the most used thing. This almost just seems like one of those things where I don't necessarily know that I'd give it away or throw it away. I mean, it's got a bottle opener on it right there. It's one of those things where you throw it in with like my my jump pack in my car, so that, you know, if I start thinking about it, go, oh wait a second, there's a Phillips screwdriver in there, which I actually thought was kind of funny. Where is the Phillips on here? Oh, never mind, it's right there. I was gonna say the one that comes, the one that's attached in here, and I don't know if I'd use the words willy-nilly, but yeah, I don't know if this would be something I'd actually carry in my pocket. I don't know how. There's wire strippers in here. I do use those. Spoke wrench, a protractor. I mean, I'm always using a protractor. Yeah. I like saving this stuff up to use as giveaway items. I gotta talk to Christine about this. Spray eyes. It says spray eyes or spray hands. I mean, sorry, you go straight for the fucking eyes when it comes to something like this. I think you go up and lock and then press. I'm afraid to fully commit just in case. My client Eric, it's infected again and it stinks. Come upstairs and help a lady out, will ya? Wade, man, I'm sorry for your troubles, my friend. I watched the Battle Box video. Really liked the Camillus sharpener. Wade, I just don't know how I feel about. I'm always worried I'm gonna like screw the sharpening up. Directions. the camp table. I don't really have anything that's like seriously not sharp right now. We got the ceramic. This is almost like you team it together with well, I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but I don't think this knife was all that unsharp in the first place. Because it's got the carbide in case shit's like really gone bad. And then of course you have you guys that are good at figuring out your angles. Like, I mean, typically, what is a knife? Like 30 something degrees. And you got this this guy on the top. See, that's why I like the one thing that I have where as it drops through, you I've received stuff like this over the years from Tardisius just to be able to refine stuff. But what is nice about this is it offers T6, T8, T9, T10. These are all common like screwdriver tools. You got a carbide edge right there, ceramic and carbide, like really dull. Then the really dull on I would say for the carbide, but the ceramic would be fine. And you got sharpen your scissors. Not exactly sure about that carbide one right there. Flat blade screwdriver on one end, and it does not offer a Phillips. I mean, obviously, if you're out and about, like, you know, you have this in your pocket and you're deer hunting, and you chip your blade when you're hacking on the bone, then you can touch up with this. Okay, let's roll on this bitch. Jelson says, you have more cowbells. I don't see them from here. Wade, hi Christine. Jolson, I attempted to mud. It's not as easy as it looks, laugh out loud. Then I tried sanding. It's a getting things I don't do construction for a living, laugh out loud. Well, it's a good thing I don't do construction. Great. Sharky says, just keep trucking. No, leave it the fuck alone. I didn't say I wasn't coming back. If I ring the fucking cowbell, will you leave the goddamn mud alone? This one is an undocumented cowbell. Headphone listeners, going full retard. Yes. Jolson said, I would love to, but the job must get done. Sharky says, good luck, mate. Jolson says, you should send Erica some... Nope. I'm telling you right now, if anybody sends me that fucking rotten fish in a can, it's going straight to your house. Mr. 27 says 33rd. Ooh, Terran Tactical. And some titties. Sharky, cheers all. Didn't shoot that. Didn't fondle that quad stack mag for a bit, though. Oh. Here we go. I think you were talking about the... Remember, your local libtards want to make that illegal. No, I'm talking about just this. The rest of it. Sharky, the Fox handles are made out of FRN, which is fiber reinforced nylon. In my book, a poor man's G10, as I generally don't like FRN handles much, but they're light and they're strong. They look and they seem cheap, but how much more? How much more would the knife possibly have weighed if they would have gone with G10? I ask, you know. I mean, maybe their goal was to be able to say it's less than 2 ounces, which it is. Double checking. Wow. I gotta get some, maybe I have some pineapple juice upstairs. Cannot let Malibu rum go to waste. And Jolson, I have not even touched the bamboo. He's got it in the freezer too. I don't care what Sharky says about Jolson. He's okay. Officially right. Sharky did not shoot this. And Governor, go fuck yourself, you tyrannical piece of shit. Sharky 2905, sorry Mr. President, the chubby Irish lad made me do it. Okay. He has brought us in before the action. Come on, asshole, get out of the way. Oh, yeah. And the fucking smoke. The smoke stayed in his mouth. That is just... That is just classic. I don't care if you're a stupid cunt libtard. That shit's funny. Hey, did I mention I wish all libtards would pass on to the next plane? Sharky says Charlie 7. Why? Okay, I did not make this board. C7 is a hit. Nice. Well played. Sharky says SH. Peter Griffin? Nice. Oh, the end? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what should happen to that bitch. Round to the back of the head. Cobra. Here on break. Mondays at work suck. Yes. 2 comments to go. Smile Money. The tire shaving, the flat on an all-wheel drive no longer means replacing all 4 tires. They are now shaving tires to equal the tread depth. But you got to pay someone to do it. I don't know how exact. I have not looked that up. That has to be done sort of like lathing or spinning, right? I mean, that tire needs to stay true. If Eric grabbed his, I'll bring it over to Matt. Matt, here's a brand new Continental 265 70 by 17. Turn it a little. I'm sure they must spin that thing up and then just slowly take it down. I know I've heard of that. I just don't know if anyone locally does that, Smile Money. But that would be a good way to not have to buy 2 tires, unless of course someone goes, well, it's $275 plus tax for the tire, and then we charge $265 to shave it. It can't possibly be that. And that right there is just like 12 on the erection scale, the Richter scale. Oh, and J-Dog, in case you're wondering, the weapon of choice, which I actually will be bringing up to spend. Let's spend the night together. Oh yeah, baby. McLean. And Sharky, we all know this is a waste because it's a Hornady XDP head. But if you want, we can smile. Governor Walnuts cum stain. Smile and wait for the flash. This thing is just so badass. But then again, everything 10mm is. Jolson, Sharky, you should get Erica's. No, not even gonna read that. Now I'm gonna hit the button. Where do I put the 3 Sheeps? Wisconsin it is, cream ale, and if I didn't mention it, it does weigh in at 5%, and right now, as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the only things it has going for it. We'll see if we can dethrone the label. Or is it going to be another one of those where the sticky stays on the can? Oh, so far. And we are pushing onwards towards the refrigerator. This one is a small label. It would go right there nicely. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Where do I put it? I'm sorry. Is it drinkable? Yes. I'd give it a 6. Is it replacing I mean, I would hope it's not as expensive because it's not nearly as good of a beer. But I'm guessing it's the exact same price as a Castle Danger Cream Ale, in which case there'd be no reason that you would ever purchase this again. So 6 on the E scale. Maybe I need to get this out. And Sunday I am going to going to Proctor Race, the Proctor Racetrack, with David J. fucking Brown, and he bribed me. He said, "Would you go to the races with me on Sunday?" He goes, "I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you 2 beers. I'll buy you 3 beers and a hot dog. I'm in." So that right there is going to cost David about $150. Three beers out and about, and it's going to be shit like Bud Light or something like that. I'll want the hot dog. I'll suck the hot dog juices off of it. I'll send a video to McLean. He'll be like tagging the wiener himself on that one. Okay. Where do we stand? We got our mix. We got another shot. The only thing I've had today is breakfast, which is better than the other day. Oh my god, it was. Really? Has it been a fucking hour? Oof. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Care less. Multi-gun. Or sorry. Mr. 27 says first in the Brew Club. Brew Company Club, because he wants me to start my own business. Then he says more cowbell now. Joe Biden voters hate cowbell. Oof. Oh, you're Joe Biden. Hunter Biden found guilty on all counts. Probably as he should. I mean, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. I mean, I'm sorry. I have no ill feelings towards Hunter Biden. I don't really care. I wish these people would just fucking die and go away and stop destroying America. 3, 2, 1. That one's got more of a little bit more crisp sound than the one that I think the other one, because it's been dropped so many times. There's some paint missing. It's changing the tone. It says cowbell on it. Might be changing the, just to piss him off. Watch this. You know how you really piss off one of your friends? Hang on. Don't worry, the next 5 minutes are free. Okay, we'll see if he gets to this point in the video, which is 1 hour and 18 minutes and 38 seconds, plus whatever intro time burns up. You ready for it? Salty, double naked is better than single naked. Oh, well, that's not good. Just noticed now when fucking Sharky fell, so did the 2 rounds through the the Biden coin, or sorry, Obama coin, which isn't even an Obama coin. They had to repurpose the Nixon coin. I don't see. Shit. Probably fell down here somewhere. I'm going to have to find that. Huh. Right now, all I have is Nixon with a hole right through his pumpkin. Bad says, "Hi, Clevers." Bad. Wow, that was actually quite the lineup today, dudes. Cobra says, "Did I finally make the club?" Bad says, "Looks like it." Then he says, "How about the Hunter Biden verdict? I smell a pardon incoming from..."
Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
And Bad says, "I really don't think he can do that without some major backlash." They supposedly, goddamn, she's so fucking hot. They supposedly asked him, and he said that he would not. I'm sorry. Let me. I know I say things all the time that either piss people off or surprise people. If I was Joe Biden, and this happened to one of my kids, I'd use every possibility of all the powers that I have. Just being honest. If it was me and my family, whatever. I'd pardon him. Why not? Are you saying that you wouldn't? I mean, I'm sorry, this isn't, at this moment in time, this is not me speaking politically. This is me speaking as a parent. And I would give my life for my kids. So if I had the power of just pardoned, if I had the power to lick those, I mean, Nikes. Rich Huff says, "Cheers, Clovers." Cheers, Rich. Cobra says, "Speaking of your gun addiction, let's play sell one, keep one, destroy one. What are your pistol picks?" Oh my god. We just turned we were about to get out of here. Thanks, Cobra. Sell one. Destroy one. Sell one, keep one, destroy one. Sell one. I gotta play it safe, Cobra. If I was to sell one, why do I feel like I'm only picking in 10 millimeter? Sell one. Well, it sort of makes the most sense to all my answers are being on the bad stuff happening to stuff that can be replaced. Like, for instance, that lane right there is almost not replaceable. Destroy one? Wow, I don't... Mm-hmm. Oh my god, let's make enemies, not friends. Sell one. Okay. sell the Performance Center 10 millimeter. It's still being made. It probably would not have the Holtzman or the. I don't even know if this is like the best that I even have this on here. I don't have a holster for it. It does get used as a home defense gun. Okay, cool. So sell one. I'm going to take the Holtzman and I'm going to take the OLED off of it, and I'm going to sell my Performance Center. It's still being made. I still have plenty of time to make up my regret. What was the next one? Keep one. I'll keep the 1066. It's made out of unobtainium and it's already sitting out. And destroy one. Well, I am going to drop the G17 into the crusher because who gives a fuck about Glocks? Even though, at this very moment in time, try to think of on duty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah, there's at least, I know I gotta be missing some. There's at least 13 other Glocks. So when I pick on a Glock, some of it is because, I don't know, it's just, the Glock does nothing for me, pitter-patter wise. I mean, this is all my heart just starts to go doof, 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 doof. The thing is this will run and run and run and run. These, on the other hand, untouched, I have never had a problem with a Gen 2 or Gen 3 Smith & Wesson. These guys, and if you pay attention in movies, you see a lot of these in movies. We just watched something last night. Oh, it was an episode of Cold Case. She had a .45 caliber Megastar. And I was like going, looks just like the 10 millimeter. I guess maybe NIHAP could answer this question. How rare are the .45 caliber Megastars? And I know they also made one with lightning cuts. It's badass looking. It's 45. There's nothing wrong with 45. Yeah, I'm destroying this. I mean, I'm just going to throw it in the garbage right now. Jolson says the Two-Hearted Sunny Slopes Club needs more cowbell. No. I've given more cowbell than I think I need to. I am going to doing this for Johnny Concho. Hey, Johnny Watson can get in on this too if he wants. After all, I'm not going to work. I didn't go to work. I didn't even try to find work for today. I know, my bad. But because Christine was off, and I'm sorry, but I strangely enjoy spending time with my wife. She has tomorrow off. We are planning our seasonal trip to Gordy's in Cloquet. Some fantastic burgers and fries. We usually go there once a year. It's going to be tomorrow for lunch. Anybody wants to tag along? J-Dog? Thursday, I am probably going to be doing Roger's project. Maybe maybe Thursday and a little bit of Friday. Other than that, and then I'm going to the races with David J. fucking Brown. And I got I'm in my jammies, so I got the Kiss on me. Keep it super simple. Or keep it super sharp, too. We can do that, too. Okay. Is the light green? Light's green. Trap's clean. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God, anybody that makes it to this point, the votes will be the winner. I can either review the beer that the guy that recommended the Three Sheeps variety pack that said it was the best beer period in the entire store. Want me to review that tomorrow, or something? One of the I think it's a seltzer from Jack Daniels. You choose. Votes win. Cheers. Thank you. See you tomorrow.